Come on, let's face it. Compared to you, every potential client is a tech noob, and you need to impress them. But then again, you don't want to blind them with science, with technology science. If you go over their head, you'll put them off and they'll never buy from you. But do the opposite, and they're much more likely to sign up, to come and join you. So how does someone as knowledgeable about technology as you find that common ground between you and the prospect? Do this right, and it could just win you a brand new client. The things that MSPs routinely deal with every day are often baffling for ordinary business owners and managers. And this hit home for me a few years back when I wrote a book about email security, and I gave it to my MSP Marketing Edge members to use. So the idea is they can put their name on the cover and they can give it away on their website or use it in real life as a 48-page business card. The book is called Email Hijack. In fact, we've just refreshed it for 2026 for our members, and it tells the fictitious story of a business owner whose email is compromised and £12,000 or $15,000 is stolen from his business bank account. It shows how easily that can happen. Now, it took me 5,023 words to explain email security in a way that people who don't know, or frankly don't care about it, will understand it, and in a way that they'll be motivated to protect themselves and their company's email. And that's the challenge when your world and their world collide. You've got a fundamental problem to overcome when trying to explain critical concepts to ordinary people. Because even in 2025, they don't care about all of this tech stuff anywhere near as much as you do. When someone's a little bit confused by something, they're much more likely to dismiss it, to ignore it, and move on than they are to take the time to understand it. We live in a very busy world, don't we? And our brains are constantly trying to make sense of that world. So if you confuse someone with technology and acronyms, it's more likely their brain will disengage and they'll divert attention elsewhere. You must see this with your own clients, right? Unless they've got a very specific problem that has to be fixed for a very particular reason, they'll put up with a fudge, won't they? Or they'll just make do. Because really, they don't understand what the problem is and their brain's just not interested anyway. This was the challenge with writing that book. To explain email security, blended layers of security, how hacks can happen, and how something as simple as one hacker getting into one email account can be disastrous for the entire business and can see it lose thousands and thousands out of its bank account. And all of this had to be done in a way that non-technical people would understand. That's why it took me 5,000 words, and I had to lock myself away in a luxury hotel for 3 nights to write it. True story. This is the personal burden that I carry. So the challenge for you is to break down what you do into the smallest possible, most easily understood chunks. Whenever you're talking to prospects, and equally as important clients, the second they don't get it, they will disengage and you won't get the sale. Life's going to be harder for you. Everything needs to be explained in the easiest possible way. And by the way, this is not in any way about talking down to them, far from it. This is about you dropping down to their level and looking at things as they look at it. There's a phrase I've been using for a few years that explains this concept really well, and I can't remember which book I've stolen it from, but here it is. To influence what John Smith buys, you must look through John Smith's eyes. Love that phrase. And this is exactly what we're talking about here. In fact, within your MSP, the challenge is to be constantly interpreting the technical gobbledygook that is your world into normal, everyday, easily understood concepts for the people that you're serving. And the clearer and more precise your business is, the easier it is for them to understand, and the greater the financial rewards will be for you. Because remember, these ordinary business owners and managers aren't making decisions on suppliers and spend using their brains. Their brains are just rubber stamping the decisions that their hearts are making. This is why we have to create marketing that's emotional rather than logical. So, this is your heart having a conversation with their heart, with a bit of evidence to reassure their brain to rubber stamp the deal.
Paul Green's MSP Marketing Edge.